Welcome back to Creative Excuses. Here is the story so far. I stopped playing my main Ironman because banks are messy and necromancy came out, so I wanted to experience things on a fresh Ironman with a twist. I traded a bank for this backpack and became an unofficial Ultimate Ironman. Recently, we earned some tier 70 weapons that are great, but they just aren't quite good enough for the grinds ahead. So, this episode on the Ultimate Ironman, we are working toward our tier 80 necromancy weapons, which means starting with the 70 agility grind. Here we go. All right, 50 agility to start the grind off right. The first agility goal is to unlock 52 to unlock the wilderness course, then 65 to unlock the bikes for AFK agility XP. While avoiding the agility grind, I actually hit up some Herbie Werby for a quick couple thousand XP. Nice. Missed it there, but that is 51 agility. Running the longer course feels better than the shorter course for sure. 52 agility. That is a new course unlocked, the wilderness course. When did the wilderness get so pretty? Jeez. They've been doing all these graphical updates, and this one looks really good. Well, the pit minigame is pretty silly. 4k XP for punching a sheep feels quite good, though. I'm going to keep an eye out for those. This XP already feels so much faster than Anachronia. However, if I had a demonic skull, it would go even faster. How often do people PK here? Like it's not often, right? Obviously, I need to store my stuff if I'm going to try a demonic skull, but is that still possible? See, before the wilderness rework and the player killing rework, and Ultimate Ironman could store their stuff at Death's office, and Deaths in the Wilderness would not wipe your Death storage because the Death systems were separate from the normal Death mechanics. If that still works, that would be awesome for demonic sculling, both this agility training and later maybe even the Abyss rune crafting for a rune pouch. If it works, it would definitely be worth it. If it doesn't, I would lose everything, and I don't have another account to test it right now, so I'm just gonna have to be patient. Oh hey, it's time to cook dinner. 54 agility. Guess what? I'm actually cooking dinner and doing this. That's a new one. Normally, I cook dinner and abandon you guys for like 2 weeks. Don't worry, there's still time though. Hey, I didn't abandon you. 55 agility. 56 agility. It is always worth it to gamble the XP because you have a 2 out of 3 chance to get either the normal amount or a better reward. However, I think on average, you still end up with the normal amount of XP. So maybe it doesn't matter at all. 57 agility, 58. Okay, that pit was disappointing. The shapes were really dark in there, so it took too long to figure out what they were, and I couldn't complete it. 59. 55 to 59 has taken me 2 hours today. The time is flying by watching some of the other Ultimate Ironman series going on at the moment, but I have to say, I am looking forward to this being done. 60. Osseous Roar has just started, so I'm going to try that out for a bit. I can't tell if this is faster, but it's different, which is almost as good. 61. Okay, I get the message. I should probably take a break. Just one more level, ma. The roar is ending, so back to the wilderness to finish this level before I take another break. I just learned there's a totem bag for the 3 different totem pieces that I received doing agility on the Anachronia course, and that if you destroy the bag, the totem pieces stay. I just destroyed my totem pieces, so that's rough, buddy. Snotgut is mad as hell. Me too, bud. Me too. 62. Time for a break. I think I'll clean the kitchen and throw treats to my puppy. That sounds fun. 64. We are officially 1 level away from AFK agility, and I could not be more excited. Goodbye, clicking. Hello, clicking. Time to play on mobile. I'll be back with 70 agility. And also, I will do this archaeology tutorial one day. One day. There we freaking go. 70 agility. That sucked, but not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. It took me 3 days, which has to be a new record for me. I don't think I finished any grind for this account in just 3 days, except for like, I don't know, something easy early on. What am I supposed to do now, though? Right. 70 attack and strength. Well, there are a few ways we can start this off, but I think the best way is probably the classic way. Let's break our stats apart by starting the gnome quests in full, because the gnome stronghold and monkey madness will give us a big head start. That'll get us closer to dragon weapons, which will be very good for training our strength up to 70. Let's get to it. Quick distraction and diversion. I just added my agility rocks to the statue, and I only need 2 more before I can be annoyed by getting more rocks. So let's try and get fire making and fletching done really quick. I give up. Quest time. The village is saved from the eternal war with the Khazard warriors to the north. The Grand Tree is next. Eagle's Peak lodestone finally unlocked. Should have gotten that one earlier, I think. Random thought here. I've got to say, I don't think being this zoomed in is more visually clear, but I do think it makes the environment stand out and feel a lot more immersive. It's cool being this close to the action when I'm used to being like in orbit for this game. I heard this hello in GLaDOS's voice, which made this so much better.
Hello.
Turns out I should have done this part of the agility grind for that almost 8,000 experience. Oh well. On to the madness. The hardest part of that quest is complete. Freaking nailed it. Okay, that took way too long, but it is finished. 50 attacks so that we can use rune weapons now. Time to hit the real training. Unfortunately, I will have to drop these or try to do the other quests that require the Monkey's Beak amulet and the Gree, but those are a long way away. So we're just gonna hate ourselves and make these again. That's annoying, but that's the game mode. For the sake of pure style, we are going to train attack and strength with rune claws until we can get dragon weapons. Okay, overpower with the claws looks freaking sick. This is a very click intensive and not very fast XP. I'm gonna pivot and try something rather old school, but I'm gonna need a halberd. So these are rock crabs. For a long time, they were not a good training spot because EOC nerfed their XP rates, but with the release of necromancy, rock crabs are once again pretty solid with high health, meaning high XP, but very low damage, so I can AFK for quite a while. And they're aggressive for 10-ish minutes, so I can AFK. These are probably how I'm going to get 70 attack and strength and maybe some other stuff, unless I find a better aggressive monster to train on for these low levels. That is 60 attack in absolutely no time at all. Time to make an orichalcum weapon. Oh my gosh, look at that hammer. That might get keepsaked, to be honest. That's pretty sick. Ring of Vigor is now purchasable. Fantastic. 8 more levels for Necronium weapons, and then we can snag 70 strength, do a few quests, and finally get to God Wars Dungeon 1 for tier 80 necromancy weapons. I can almost taste it. 66 attack. This is honestly easy. AFK training is so great. I might have strength done by tomorrow at this rate, especially after I snag myself a Necronium battle axe. If I had access to a crystal halberd, I would really consider token farming for 70 strength because the XP is pretty okay. And the tokens would be really nice, but this is what we're going to do instead. A few hours later, 70 attack, Necronium battle axe time. This also looks pretty cool, but the Orichalcum Warhammer just looks so good. 95% accuracy is a huge jump though. We are going to be getting very solid kill times on these little crabs now. Our XP here is basically just limited by spawn speed now, so I may go find some place to train a little more actively for strength. Who knows? I am bored. Is this good XP? Definitely not. Is it fun? Man, these charms are so good. Ooh, and a manuscript of Wen. We're definitely going to want those if we can snag a book, so I might hang on to that for now. 15 more kills, and I can recharge prayer in War's Retreat. That is going to be such a game changer. Right now, I've still been teleporting back to Lumbridge to recharge my prayer every time I need to, and that's just... it's slow. I'm gonna start picking up these Bainite Stone Spirits. We can use them to get some Bainite mining done at some point, and I can always drop them if I give up. Like, it's fine. 62 strength. This is taking way longer than rock crabs, and I do not care. That is huge. 200 boss kills unlocks the Altar of War so I can recharge my prayer for free and fast at War's Retreat. Excellent. Only 800 more kills to go to finally complete the 1,000 kills that I was supposed to do in that video. 70 strength. Freaking huge. God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses are all unlocked, but there is one slight problem. I can't get to the dungeon without completing a few quests first. This makes me sad. I like the map. I almost put that XP in archaeology just for memes, but it hurt too much. I couldn't do it. I spared Dad. I'm not a monster. Quest complete, and drop those puppies right into Herblore. Sick. Time for God Wars, which means I'm gonna need some food and the Killy Road task ready. Okay, we're prepared with food, prayer potions, and Guthix rests. Let's get these kills. Easy first kill. Running bosses with Necro is so easy. Just click and spam one button with your summons out and bloat going, and that's it. It's great. Now we have an attuned portal, so running back doesn't suck anymore, which is awesome. Time to try Zami. 2 down. Zilly is down for the count. 1 more bird brain to go. And the bird brain's down. That is all of the God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses defeated, except for Nex, of course, which is fine. 150 Slayer task creatures to kill, which I'm just gonna farm out on super small, easy tasks from Turiel and Jacqueline. 1 red berry pie, and there we are at the very edge of ready for tier 80 weapons. After that first task, I logged off and went to bed, but I couldn't resist the tier 80s, so I actually finished up the prep and tasks on mobile. So this is a 0 mechanic Arch Glacor kill with tier 80s, and wow, is that fast. I think this is actually AFKable already with just these stats and no prayer. We're gonna try it. That's gross. Like, that's just gross. But we aren't here for 0 mechanic Arch Glacor. We are here for 5 mechanics so that we can get a juicy pocket slot upgrade. The Book of Wen, which is going to give us a very nice damage bump for Greg and for any future Slayer and whatever else. The goal for this episode is going to be 100 5 mechanic kills, but for that we're going to need a few supplies like runes for Lesser Bone Shield, a Death Warden Nexus to hold those runes, and of course some food and maybe even some super necromancy potions. First up, the runes. I lied. I need to make regular ink to make runes, which is a pain. I don't have time for that right now, so guess I'll be back in a month? Who knows? 310 runes might be enough for 100 kills. I can always just take the DPS loss and use a shield, I guess. Holy crap, I forgot about multiple runes. This actually might be fine. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm 1 rune off of matching stacks. That is infuriatingly close. Looks like I need 55 crafting to make a Death Warden Nexus. That should be pretty easy to snag, but I don't want to do that right now. Next episode, we're going to have that done. We'll just lose out on the inventory space for now. Turns out I actually have enough Marks of War for a Vampirism aura, so that's going to be a huge upgrade. I'll now heal off of any damage dealt, and Necro already does that, so the Arch Glacor is not going to use very many of my supplies at all, I think. Oh my gosh, the new chat box is huge! Time to try out 5 mechanic Arch Glacor again. Here we go. Basically, just a prayer potion, some ectoplasm, and 5 minutes per kill. Easy peasy. 100 kills, that's only like 9 hours of my life. Much better second kill, but there's definitely room for some improvement. I'm gonna look at some Revo bars and see what others have come up with for single target damage. Honestly, not better at all. Maybe I did too many manual inputs, but that was rough. Maybe I should have spec'd more? I don't know, we're gonna try a few different bars and I'll update you when I find one I like. '83 necromancy, 1 more level, and then we're gonna get a big power spike. Our 3rd conjure. That was our best kill yet at 5 minutes. I think this is a pretty solid rotation to work from, but I'm still working on it. Ooh, 458 that time. Basically the same, but a few more manual inputs because of Living Death. I've got an idea though. The very next kill was another nice improvement, but again, I think it just came down to mechanic RNG. Hey, 450, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna try recording a full kill and then I'm gonna drop it at the end of the video so you can see the method, as this seems reasonably consistent for sub 5 minutes with crap gear and everything. If I used High Elk on the drops so far, like already I would have 6 million gold. That is disgusting and super funny. This is ridiculously easy money for irons. But I'm gonna sell them to the shop because I don't have High Elk unlocked and I can't be asked because I don't need that much money at the moment. I really don't. We now have 6 million gold total though, which is just as funny to me. Time to make some prayer potions. I snuck an 84 necromancy in on mobile and now I can get a 408. Kill times are improving. There is a sub 4 minute. Lots of manual inputs though. I don't mind having to put in some manual inputs, but full manual is still a hard pass. 348. That is a new 5 mechanic personal best. Clearing this out makes me really want to keep the dragon stones for crafting XP. I do need 55 crafting for the Death Warden Nexus, and dragon stones can be cut starting at level 55. The problem is inventory space. I also have 922 Bainite Stone Spirits, which I need to use for a bunch of smithing XP. I think crafting XP is my top priority right now though, so I can free up 2 more inventory spots. I'm also dropping these prayer potions and crystal keys, which are not super useful to me at the moment. The rewards are nice, but not for a long time. While I work on crafting, I'm also going to try and farm up these spirit weed seeds for herblore XP. I started the crux favor stuff so that I can plant more seeds at once in the future, which is going to be super important for quickly cycling through herb seeds that I get. I've got loads of money too, and I'm going to get so much more that I'm just going to pay these leprechauns to make my life easier. Okay, let's get this crafting started to the gem rocks. The nice thing about getting 55 crafting here is going to obviously be the inventory space, but even more importantly is going to be that I'm never going to have to do this again. I can just farm an infinite number of dragon stones from the Glacor and cut those for my crafting levels, and that's pretty exciting. 45 crafting, 21% of the way there, making progress. And there we go, 55 crafting, let's go make a nexus. Okay, there is the nexus, and now we can runecraft. The method is mostly the same as before, but now we're going to fill our nexus with a button, which frees up the inventory spaces from the runes so we can go just a little bit faster. Editor's note here, I freaking forgot I can just buy rune pouches at the rune crafting guild. That would have made this so much easier. I'm an idiot. It's fine. Without any surges, each trip is roughly 40 seconds, and I have 150-ish trips left. That makes this about an hour and a half. That isn't that bad, I guess, but I think I could death pile and store things with death to get an extra several inventory spots, but I'm probably not going to do that. The XP from doing this is horribly slow. I ran out of run energy? Okay, I finished up the rune crafting with some miasma and flesh runes because I may need those at some point for gear or something, I don't know. I also went fishing to AFK for a bit while listening to a podcast. I think it's time to go back to the Glacor though. We need 18 more kills. Thanks to the Penance Aura, actually, I don't even need to make prayer potions, which is pretty OP. Like, these kills take 0 supplies now. I can use the runes for resonance and whatever and use no food. It's fantastic. Dark Nylas, that is a new log slot, but I don't think that's going to be very useful outside of the collection log completion. I've done some theory crafting, and I do not think the tier 95 langs are going to be actually useful for this account build at all, with the requirements of the hybrid setup going on. Maybe the tier 95 main hand will be good for the special attack, but I'm not sure because I'm not going to use a lot of abilities with it. But I think there are other best in slot weapons for me. However, I will definitely make the adornments if I can. And that is 100 normal mode Arch Glacor kills, the vast majority of which were this episode, and the majority of which were 5 mechanics. Of course, a few of them weren't, but whatever. I'm gonna finish out this aura with 2 more kills and hope for a drop this episode really quick. No dice. Looks like we're back at it in the next video. Drop a like if you enjoyed this one, subscribe for more ESO, RuneScape 3, and Baldur's Gate 3 content, and if you haven't seen the previous episodes, check out the playlist up here. And I'll see you guys all in the next episode where we will finally be taking on Gregorovic for the first time. I'll see you all in the next excuse. P.S. Cleared out my inventory for what's next, and Arch Glacor is just an Ironman money printer. Look at that cash stack.